on this computer. So this is going to be a bit of an interesting situation. We're just going to kind of work through this together because I want to record this, but I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to record. So what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to leave the Zoom going so I can keep recording, and I'm going to record my screen, and then we're going to go to AIRMEET. But I want you guys to come into AIRMEET so we can mess with AIRMEET. So I've gone into AIRMEET myself. Good morning, Rosetta. I've gone to AIRMEET myself, and there's only so much I can do by myself. I kind of want to see what happens when we all get in there. So,
will we need a second device?
Well, no, because you'll leave here and go there.
Okay.
So, what I want to show you is I want to kind of show you the process of, I kind of want to show you the process of how you set up AIRMEET, how you create a meeting. So we're going to look at that together first. And then once I actually create the meeting and we have it live, I'll give you a link to it. And then you guys can click that and go there and you'll leave this room. But I'm going to try to leave the Zoom going just so the recording keeps going. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to see how this goes. A couple quick FYIs. I just posted a graphic in the Messenger group as well as in the Inner Circle Facebook group, which is my content schedule for the week. You're going to get this every single week. I'm going to give it to you guys first on Monday so you guys can see kind of my content plan, just a reminder of what my themes are each day, as well as what days I'm actually live and then what days is just going to be a video upload. So just a reminder, Mondays Game Changers is live, obviously. Wednesdays will be live. That's Wednesday in the Word. And then Friday, Freestyle Friday workshops will be live. Tuesdays and Thursdays will be pre-recorded video uploaded, but every single day my videos will go out at 8 a.m. So 8 a.m. is my time. That's where you'll find me. And reminder again, I will be on YouTube only. So if you go looking for me on Facebook, I will not be there at 8 o'clock in the morning. The only place to find my videos is going to be on YouTube in the morning. Okay. What else did I want to tell you? I think that's it. Did I say good morning to everybody? Good morning, Jamie. Good morning, Rosetta. It's so nice to see your face, Rosetta. We haven't got to see your face in a while because you've been doing so much work with your dental.
I know.
It's nice to actually see you. Are you doing all
Good
right? You doing better? You doing
yes. Good? I got the last stitches out Thursday.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, I love that beautiful smile. It's nice to see you. Okay. And good morning, Jamie. It's nice to see you as well, buddy. Let me share my screen. And we're going to go here. So I am recording, which is great. All right. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to AIRMEET. And so far, what I've found by digging into this is that it's free. I'm waiting for the punchline to show up. I'm waiting to, well, you got to do this or that to get access to certain features. But so far, I haven't found anything that's tried to get my money in any way. So, which is cool. So you just go to airmeet.com, you register for a free account, you set up your channel. That part is really easy. You basically just follow the instructions. And I played around with this. So you can actually schedule an AIRMEET for an upcoming. So I scheduled one for today. I set it to 8:30 because I actually don't know what happens at the time. Like I didn't want to set it at 8 o'clock because I didn't know if we're all in Zoom at 8 o'clock, I didn't know what would happen with AIRMEET. So I set it for 8:30, but we can actually go into this ahead of time. But basically, once you set up your channel, you'll be able to go into your profile and you can change your profile picture. You can put your name. You can put about me in here if you want to. So you can really make this a really nice looking thing. And I think as we get into this too, the more we're going to learn about it, it's very professional. It's a very professional thing. Like even when you set up meetings, I can set up meetings and add like additional hosts. So just to show you kind of what this looks like, we'll click on the details of the one that I set up. So this is what happens when you schedule one. It allows you to actually name what the meeting is going to be called. It's got your date in here. It does give you a link so that I can send this link out to everybody and everybody can join in from there. You can set whether it's a private, so only people can access it with the link, or you can send it public, where if it's public, it's open to anybody that can find the link. And then let me see here. Where did I see? Oh, if I click on this edit button, this is a couple things that you're going to want to know. So when you create and you schedule an event, you can come in here and you're going to have, this is where you can set it to private or to public. And then this is where you can choose and edit your times. And then this is interesting, and this is what we're going to kind of learn about today. So AIRMEET has what they call virtual tables, and I've never experienced this. Celia told me about it, so we're going to learn about this. But you can actually set the number of tables that you want in the room. So when I created this event for the first time, it automatically defaulted to 6 tables, and I believe each table has 4 chairs, if on it, if you will. So I broke it down to 4. So basically, what happens, I believe, what happens once we go in there is it's gonna look like a Zoom conference, kind of, but there's gonna be tables with chairs, and you actually select where you want to sit, and you can sit with certain people. So then when we do, like, if we were to do something, like if I was gonna do a master class that had breakout sessions, I could set the breakout sessions where we have like a break, and then you communicate only with your table during that breakout session, which is kind of cool.
Exactly.
Tammy?
Yeah, I have a friend who was talking to me about this. She didn't call it AIRMEET, and even if she had, I wouldn't have known what that was. But she is a counselor, and once a year she has to do the upgrade of the certifications. But because she's also a massage therapist, you really need to be like there, but they can't, so it has to be virtual.
Yep.
And she talked about after the host did their little talk, they broke out into separate meetings, and
Yeah.
it was incredible. It was little
Yeah.
private meetings.
Little group. Yeah. I really dig it. I really dig it a lot. And it got me thinking about when we did our retreat in Nashville last year, right? When we had our main sessions, and then we broke out and everybody kind of got in huddles and kind of worked. And I love it. It's like there's so many cool ways that we can leverage this. Like I could do like a full Saturday workshop type of thing where we do like a 6 or an 8 hour day together or something. And there's breakout sessions. It's just it's just a cool way to use it. So anyway, this is where you go in and make sure you get everything right. And if you make any changes, you hit update, and that's it. So let's try. Oh, the other thing too, I'm trying to remember where I saw this. But so basically I'm in the event that I've created right now, right? So I came in to actually click on my event. So I've got options over here where I can set up sessions, where I can actually tell how many sessions there's going to be. So if this was going to be a full day event, I could set different sessions in here, the time frames, who the speaker is going to be. I could add different speakers in here. Like if I was going to have Keith speak for a while or Tammy speak for a while, I could add the speakers in here. You can set access rules. You can also upload video in here ahead of time. So if you want to actually play a video within your conference, you can upload that video ahead of time and you can play those videos. And then you can also live stream this whole thing. So, which is real, and it's super easy. You can live stream a Zoom too, but this is sweet. Basically just click on Facebook or YouTube, add your stream details, and we could take our AIRMEET and stream it right out to Facebook, to a group, to YouTube, to whatever. So very cool. That's just a couple different things there. So let me go back to all AIRMEET. So what I'm on right now is my actual just dashboard. So dashboard shows the current one that I have right now. And then there's also some tutorials in here too. I haven't looked at any of these yet, but you could actually click on some videos and it'll walk you through what this all looks like. And then what I did when I first started in here, I just came in and I just clicked on create an AIRMEET. And then when I did create an AIRMEET, I did a single session AIRMEET, and it brought me to here, and I was able to schedule it out. So that part is really, really easy. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna go in here. I think I'm gonna do view details. Go to event. This opens up a new window. Okay. And oh, see, you can actually set a fee on this too if you wanted to. If you wanted to charge people to come in here. Now, I haven't figured out how to do that yet. But being that that's showing me that it's free right there, it tells me that there's a way I could charge people to join this. So this would be a spectacular way to host master classes and such. All right. So I am going to start this AIRMEET. But before I do that, I am going to stop. I'm going to cut my video off. You guys are still going to hear me. I'm going to cut my video off so that when I do this, hopefully it can grab my camera. So I'm going to start AIRMEET. Let's see what happens. Are you sure you want to start AIRMEET? Yes, I do. Your event is now live. Okay. I have no idea how much an camera. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. That's me. There I am. That's nice. Test, so you can test your mic and all that. That's my webcam. I can choose
I
my
like
microphone.
that.
I can choose my microphone. It's nice. Okay, and it'll show you. Now, to me, I look grainy right there, which I'm not sure why I look grainy because I have a very. Does that look grainy to you? Looks a
Yes.
little grainy. Maybe it'll change once we get into it. All right, so we're gonna allow that.
Look at the tables.
Yeah.
Glad
and you
to
pick a
AIRMEET
table.
you. Good morning, Celia. Welcome to our product introduction tour. Let us show you how to use AIRMEET by hosting awesome events. Okay, let's just do this. Enjoy networking with other participants. Click on an empty seat or take a seat button to join the video conversation with other participants at any table. Interesting. Social lounge control. You can edit the social lounge headers and disable speed networking from there. So I think there's a learning curve with this, but I think if you get good at it, it could really be bomb.
Speed networking, is that what I think it is? Like speed dating?
Yeah, like speed networking, we can switch tables and go into different rooms and stuff.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't switch tables during when I was on with this one group, they had us first have our meeting at our table, and then the next break we were asked to switch tables, and her table
That's
was
amazing.
categorized.
That's way cool. So backstage, meet privately with the speakers and prepare before you start the session from backstage. Do I want to go backstage? I guess I'll go backstage. Okay, so now I'm going backstage. Have you ever hosted an AIRMEET, Celia?
No, I was just invited to one,
Okay.
and that's
You're
where
in backstage. Call your
was awesome.
speakers to this backstage and prepare to go live. So I can actually set speakers and bring speakers in. And so we can all talk together before we go out and speak to the attendees. This is like a super advanced way to host a full-fledged conference.
Yeah.
On screen, basically. Check your camera and mic. Okay. Start the session and go live. Click this button. Okay. Stage controls, mute, unmute your camera mic. Click on the share screen button to present. Okay, so we can share screen. That's awesome. When the session is live, you'll be able to view raised hand requests. To hide yourself from the stage, click this button to show yourself. Click this button again. Back to social lounge. Click here to meet the participants on virtual tables during session breaks or when sessions end. Okay. All right. So I'm going to stay backstage just first. So can I do that? Can I turn me on? There I am. Okay. So you can see me. All right. So let me stay backstage for a second, like as if this was an actual event. And let me give you guys the link. So where should I post this link? Should I post it in Messenger?
Yeah, Messenger.
All right. Let me go to Facebook here. Celia, I don't know. I see your mouse moving.
Post it in the chat stream.
I'll put it in both. I'll put it in Zoom and in here. All right. So, okay. So you should be able to hit that. Did that come through? Yeah.
Yeah.
There it is. Now, I did get an email yesterday. This is just an FYI. I did get an email yesterday when I set up this meeting that said, hold on. Let me get back to the chat for Zoom. It said that AIRMEET works best from a desktop computer using Google Chrome.
Right. I don't think it works on anything but Google Chrome.
Okay.
I was told for now.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah. So, there's the AIRMEET link in Zoom. So yeah, I don't even know if you can do this on mobile. Has you ever tried it on mobile? I guess I can click it.
I don't know.
I'm clicking my link on mobile right now to see what happens. AIRMEET wants me to log in, or maybe not. Can I just enter AIRMEET?
I just entered AIRMEET.
It requires your registration for it lets you
Yeah,
in.
you have to register for AIRMEET.
You have to register. Okay. Continue as Justin.
I just took a table.
You did? You took
I'm
a
the first
table?
one. I'm the first one at a table.
Teacher's pet, teacher's pet.
I like to be
Yeah.
timely.
Teacher's pet. No, are you on you're on your, see, I'm doing it on mobile
I'm on my desktop
and it's just a black screen right
and
now.
I'm already registered, so
Holy cow. So
kind of had to jump on you.
Yes.
Sorry.
So
all right, let me go back to my
I'm
thing.
trying to mute I'm expecting a phone call, so I'm trying to mute myself.
Do I have an attendee? Oh,
Yeah, me.
Jamie's here too. Oh, Jacqueline's here. Look at my attendees. Attendees are piling right up.
Go girl, go girl. Oh,
So-
Jackie's here. Party's
Jackie's here.
on.
So yeah, I'm trying to do this on a mobile device and it's not really happening. So I don't think it works on mobile. I think you have to be on a computer.
Where's the coffee table?
Is there a coffee table?
I don't know, but
I want to
wouldn't
know
that be a
where the
great
speaker
idea?
is. I want a front row seat.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. So what happened?
Tabby,
All
are
right.
you
So
at my table?
No, I'm on the next table.
can I go to the lounge? Where's the lounge? Here's the lounge.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Wait, where's Jackie? I don't see Jackie.
Well,
Jackie,
well-
where are you?
There's Tammy.
Ah,
Oh, you guys aren't
oh,
sitting.
it says enter venue.
Oh, enter. So enter your venue and pick a table. And
Let's
now,
see.
now we'll see who gets their feelings hurt because you could sit with
Welcome
me.
to our product introduction tour.
No,
Let us show
no,
you.
all right. So it also it says configure social lounge. Wonder what that means. Speed networking is disabled.
You're seeing stuff we can't see.
You can see my screen though, can't you? Can you see my, or
Yeah.
you're on.
And
Are
you
you
can
co-
label your tables for however you want to. You can label them by number. You can label them by
Oh yeah,
subject.
look at this. Oh yeah,
See?
here we go.
You can say the best table, and then you can say the second best table. Celia's
You
plug.
can even do
There
an
you go.
image.
I
can
like
change-
it.
There, I'm gonna change Celia's table. It only did 2 seats.
Only 2 cool people can join my table. Who will it be?
This is funny. All right. Oh, this is funny. What's
Tammy's.
Tea time.
Can you hear
Tammy.
me?
Tea time. Yes, we can.
yeah.
Okay.
Tammy wants lots of people.
Oh,
She's lots
Tammy
of
gets
friends.
wow,
8.
look at
Oh,
my
wow.
table.
Now I wonder, you know what I kind of wonder is I wonder if I could deactivate a table.
You should
Like,
be able to.
Yeah, because like in the
But
settings,
she had like she had like 12 tables.
yeah, like
So you
if
must
it
be able
started,
to add tables too.
it'd be nice to be able to
Edit it and see if you can delete.
I did edit. I didn't see a delete in here.
Expand. Go to 0. If there's 0 people, does it make the table go away?
Yeah, it only goes down to 2. So I
Wow.
can't I can't go any lower than 2 and you can only go up to 8. And
That's
can I
cool.
like
You can have pictures, so it means you could have graphics. If you were hosting different companies, and a
Right.
company's hosting the table, they could have a graphic.
Or like, Tammy for network marketing, you could
Yeah.
have like their levels.
oh, this is
Yeah.
cool. So I could actually join. So can I talk to you? Let me
Yeah.
see.
You can
Huh.
also visit tables, like the meeting I was at, the host, like
So
anonymously visited a table and just listened into our conversation while we were at breakout sessions.
So if I'm in a table with Jamie, I click that. Jamie, you can see me, right? Like a little pop-up came up. Yeah. Can you, I wonder, if you're probably hearing me through Zoom. Can you hear me through this? Like, so what happens if we're in a table? Can just her and I are
You
talking?
can talk if you have a breakout session, I think. If the speaker's talking, it's just a speaker. But if you have a
This is so
breakout
close to
session, then
real.
each table
So-
gets to talk amongst themselves.
So I'll be like, Jamie's cool, and I can talk to her. So I can share my screen from here. See, do you see all these little buttons? I see all these little
Yeah.
buttons below. I can change. Let's change layout. Oh, I can change layout. We can chat together. There's a little chat. Hey, Jamie. I can chat with Jamie. Settings. What settings? Oh, that's just test my stuff. And then and then when I'm done, I'm so bye, Jamie. I can leave, and then I can go and visit the Tammy table. And there's Jackie and there's Tammy. And then I can turn on my stuff so you can see me and you can hear me.
Yes.
There they are. I can hear you. This is way cool.
Way cool.
So
I
you
just
can
noticed that when you clicked on me, all my registration information popped up. Can you do that
yeah, right.
again?
Yeah. So if I hover over you, it shows you there.
Holy cow.
And if I join your table, all of your registration details are over top of your face.
That is amazing. That's so much
when
better
you're,
than
like,
real life networking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you find out what everyone's about. Oh, gotta go.
You're okay, Celia. Go ahead.
Bye, Celia.
This is cool. This is way cool. All right.
This
So
is fantastic cool.
the only thing I'm not sure. So what do I got over here on the right? So on the right. All right. So let me go backstage. So this is the social lounge, basically. So if I'm the leader, what happens if I click on? So I left. You guys don't see me in the social lounge. Now, if I click on start session, what happens? You'll be live in 15 seconds after you confirm. Okay. Starting soon. Do you guys see anything on your end of AIRMEET?
A countdown.
A countdown?
Yes.
I've got Zoom pulled up.
Please
It
wait.
says connecting.
It says connecting.
Is this now you as a speaker alone?
Now I'm speaking, and it says I'm live, and it says I've got 5 people watching. So, and I can click here to record. Currently recording. It says it is recording. So it automatically records. So I'm basically teaching and speaking right now. But so when you're in this type of environment, you don't see everybody else's faces. Hide
Really?
yourself. Yeah, see, it just shows me that I have 5 people watching. But it doesn't show me. Oh, see, I can click over here on the right, and I can click on attendees, and it'll show me who is watching. But I actually can't see your faces.
Can you see our profiles?
I can just see, if I hover over you, I can.
Well, that's interesting.
So I don't see your faces when I'm actually teaching, which isn't necessarily bad. Depending, I guess it depends on the format. There's a chat.
I can't get back to the AIRMEET. So what are y'all seeing? Are we seeing only you?
Yeah, so like those is anybody still on AIRMEET, watching on AIRMEET right now? Jacqueline, are you on AIRMEET? Or are you watching me on Zoom?
I'm on AIRMEET and Zoom.
I'm looking up the chat. Yeah, it looks like I think if you're watching me on AIRMEET,
Yeah, I just see
me.
you.
You're just seeing me teach. Now there's direct. There's a raised hand icon on AIRMEET over to the right, where it looks like you can chat and you can raise your hand. There's somebody raise their hand. Now I can hand Jamie the mic. So when she raised her hand, do you guys see this on Zoom? If you switch back to Zoom. So Jamie raised her hand. Now Tammy raised her hand.
Look, I can send hearts.
Oh yeah, you can send hearts. So I'm going to hand you the mic, Tammy.
Look, applause, applause.
I just handed you the mic.
I'm loving it so much.
I'm loving it so much.
Isn't it fun to be? I told you, this is so cool. I mean, you have like an online event.
Oh yeah, stop that. How do we stop that? Hold on.
Look, you can send applause.
Oh, I can mute you. Are you sure you want to mute? No. So can I do this? Oh, your video is on Zoom, so it won't matter. But all right, so now can I get rid of you? Yeah, so I can kick you off the stage. Oh, here's back to me again. And so then Jamie's here. I'm going to hand Jamie the mic. And now it says Jamie is currently speaking.
So speak.
But she's not.
Yeah, so Celia's like, so speak, say something. Oh, you're so funny. So, all right. So if I was going to, all right. So in this case, then, so then I can, so, and then I'm curious, can you leave the stage yourself, Jamie? Like if you didn't want to be there, if I added you, could you, is there a way for you to leave? Yeah, you can leave yourself.
Hey, Justin, I just noticed that on my personal, yeah, we got too much echo.
I can't figure out where I'm hearing you twice.
I think it's because we're on Zoom and on AIRMEET.
I just muted you on, I muted you on Zoom. Now I can't hear you at all though. Let me unmute you on Zoom. Try that.
All right. Okay. I was noticing that on my page that I'm looking at you on AirMeet, I have the option to click on sessions, and it's the full breakout agenda like you would pass
Oh,
out
you
at a
can see
conference.
the whole, you can see the whole
Yeah.
deal.
I can choose to see other attendees.
Okay.
I can search for attendees. I can chat. It says if I have questions. Oh, I can type a question to you.
Yeah, you can type questions to me.
I
So
wonder if does anybody else see them? It says open question.
Hmm.
Oh, Jamie says she saw it.
oh yeah, I see questions right here.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is freaking awesome.
Yeah, I see Tammy. Yeah, I see Jamie's question. And then so I can answer those. I could click it, I can do that. And then I can remove a question if I didn't want it. So I guess I can't, it doesn't look like I can actually reply to you. I can thumbs it up.
It tells me which session I'm in. It says that, well, the welcome session is ongoing. It tells me who the host is. This is amazing.
This is way cool. So if you were doing a Zoom and you were wanting to have everybody on screen, you would have to come into, excuse me, you would have to come into the session like this, and then you could bring everybody in. Like if I wanted you, I could tell everybody click raise hand and I could bring you all in. And then basically we would all be speakers on the screen.
Can you show me that?
Yeah. So if you, let's say you want to come in, you click on raise hand. And I'll click on raise hand. So I can hand Tammy the mic. I can hand Jamie the mic. Or is it only let us do two?
Yeah, just one at a time.
Oh, it's only two. So you can't do more than one. Yeah. See, if I hand Jacqueline the mic, it kicks Jamie out. So that doesn't work. Yeah. So it doesn't look like there's any way to actually do like the Hollywood Squares type where you teach with everybody talking and interacting together.
Right.
So if you had 40 or 50 people or even 20 people, I mean, basically anything more than 8, because you can put 8 people at a table in the breakout sessions, but anything more than 8, you can't have everybody in one area talking together.
When I was in my meeting, whenever the speaker spoke,
I don't know why I'm hearing you twice. Why am I hearing you twice?
it might be because we're on AirMeet and
Hang on.
Zoom.
Let me look at
Mute, maybe if you mute the mics on Zoom.
Yeah, mute yourself on one of the, yeah, so we're not hearing you twice. I don't know how I'm hearing you twice though. Because even though you're on AirMeet, you're not speaking. So I don't know how I'm hearing you twice. Because then you muted yourself and I can't hear you at all.
Oh, now you can't hear me.
Yeah. It does that.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah, Tammy, what are you doing? Because I'm not hearing you twice.
I don't think I have
know.
either one of them. I don't know which one you're hearing me through.
I don't know which one I'm hearing you through either. It must be. I gotta hold on. I'm gonna stop share a second so I can see what's going on here. Yeah, Nigel hears it. Maybe it's because the computers are fighting to using both platforms. That's possible. Tammy, say something.
Can you hear me now? Twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you times 1,000, Celia. Can you
Yeah,
hear
see,
me?
Tammy, I'm hearing you through Zoom. I'm not
Yeah.
sure why I'm hearing Celia through.
Yeah, I don't either because it should only be your voice on AirMeet. Yes.
You hear them both echoing.
I would like to see, Celia was saying that if everybody was in the same room up to 8, that we would all be on the screen at once. Is that what Celia was saying?
So if I end this session, let me end the session. And then welcome to backstage. So then I can go to the lounge and that's where everybody's at. So we can have a table with up to 8 people on it. So
Can
this
you
is
hear
where
me?
that,
You
yeah, I
guys
hear
hear
you.
me now?
I hear you, Celia, and you're not doing a thing.
Okay, so when I was in that conference, whenever the speaker spoke, it showed only the speaker. When you
Oh.
were at your breakout session, it showed your table when you were talking at your table.
Okay.
You could see this view where you could see all the tables, but there was never a time that everybody could be on screen at one time. It was either at your tables or the speaker.
Or the speaker. Yeah, there's never a spot where
Kind of like a conference would be.
right. It's like a conference. Yep.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's good to know. So if that matters, if that, I can start my video. If that matters, that's really the only thing that I can say that might be a downside. Is if you want to have that environment. Jamie says, can you do that at the tables or is that just chat? Jamie, can you clarify what? I don't even know if I can I hear you? I could probably hear you on Zoom. What are you trying to figure out with the
That was a
table?
question I asked a while ago.
Okay. I just saw the chat. Okay. I mean, but really what's cool about this is you really could do just this. I mean, you could do an AIRMEET that's just the social lounge. You don't even have to do the speaker thing. I mean, I guess you could, but it's just kind of a cool. It's just kind of a cool thing, huh? Now I wonder, like, if you were gonna have like a small group, even like a I guess if you were gonna do a mastermind. Say you had
Oops,
8.
Abari Bashan entered our chat
Oh,
for questions. She said hello
greetings for
to us.
AIRMEET. Oh, that's nice. Click on AIRMEET chat support or 24/7 support lounge. That's nice.
Yeah.
Huh. So yeah, all right. So we got sessions, attendees. I think that's it. So it's kind of cool. Thing I'm not like, I kind of wish I could kill some tables. Like if I only had
a way.
Yeah, you would think.
There's got to be a way to add tables and take away tables because I'm pretty sure the AIRMEET thing I was on, that was her first time on AIRMEET.
For tech
And
support,
there were, like I
here we
said,
go.
12 tables.
Here we go. Let's ask this guy. How to remove tables.
And also,
Set up and access tables. There you go.
How to set up and access tables at the AIRMEET social lounge. Select the number of tables you need in your social lounge. Minimum is 6. So it's always going to give you 6. And then you can add more if you want to. That's interesting.
it's always going to make you feel like nobody showed up for your conference. Thanks.
It's always going to make you feel like, no, yeah. Well, what I didn't want was, I'm like, if I was only planning on like 10 or 12 people, I didn't want to have 6 tables where everybody goes. It's like church. Everybody goes and
Right.
sits out,
Right.
It's like, I'd rather set like 3 tables. So you're forced to sit with people, Huh. That's interesting. Well, it's definitely something to play with. Anything else? Anybody else want me to look at anything or mess with anything while we're in here?
Yeah, can you join Jackie and I's table again? When you
Yep.
do that, okay, so we all three can see each other. I know I have my camera off because Zoom is using my camera.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I join, it looks like no matter what table I join, my camera and my mic are automatically off. I have to turn them on.
Oh, well, that's good. So you can sneak in and not just rattle, rattle, rattle.
Right. You see, you come in, mic and camera automatically off. Does everybody have the option to share their screen?
I don't know.
I don't.
It says share
Yes,
screen.
there it is.
Try clicking it. See what happens.
There it is.
Look at that.
You are presenting to everyone. Choose the application tab. Okay. So basically like Zoom.
Look at that. That's
That's
really cool.
Cool. So they can check your homework.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's
That's
really
pretty cool.
And then settings. Settings is just, if I click on settings, it's just basically microphone and camera. Huh.
Oh, I have options on viewing too. So if I can view the speaker at my table bigger, just like you can with Zoom.
Okay. Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah. You click on it. You can change how you want it to be laid out.
That's awesome.
Interesting. All right, I'm leaving. Oh, Celia's all by herself over here.
I know.
Celia's
Because
going
there's
in.
no cool people.
Celia's going and like bouncing around all the tables.
I know. I'm checking out all the tables. I want
You know,
to find coffee
this is
cream.
way cool though. This is super. Like I'm thinking like Jamie. Like if Jamie was doing something like this with her teens, and her teens were supposed to be doing like some devotional or something, you could be watching who's in what group, and then you could randomly just pop in and see what they're up to. Like that's really cool.
Yeah. That's what that girl did at the one I was at. We were breakout sessions and she would just come in and listen. She
Yeah.
wouldn't say anything and she'd be at each table.
I'm blown away that this is free.
I know.
Really
Isn't it
am blown
awesome?
away that this. All right. So what if how do I end this thing? Exit?
That's the only thing you can't end. That's the flaw.
So
I'm
there's
just-
an exit right there.
Can end, but I don't know how.
What's direct? Direct, I guess, is just so apparently can you send me a direct message to me only?
Probably.
Huh. Can I send you a direct message? Yeah, I can direct message Tammy.
Yeah, I can choose who.
Yeah, so I can.
Saying,
Well,
Tammy, quit being so chatty.
Yeah, Tammy.
Go move to
yeah.
go show some love to Celia. She's alone.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Is this you or me? I don't know which screen I'm on here.
This is funny. This is really cool. I can't believe this is free. How is this free?
It
Because
won't
they
be
want you to
forever.
join.
I
Later
stopped
on,
now.
Is it
later on
new?
they'll be up there.
It's very new. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's in its beta. I think that's probably why it's free right now, just to get people interested, and then they'll start adding more.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if you can get signed up now, and then you'll be first dibs.
I
So
totally
there's a-
lost my
So when I
area.
click on the little question mark thing, there's chat support, so you can chat with a tech person. There's a one-on-one walkthrough thing, which is kind of cool. Huh. All right, I'm gonna exit and see what happens once I exit. Exit. How was your experience? We liked it. It was great. Now what happens? Leave site. Okay, here we go.
I left.
Did it kick you out?
No, I left.
You left. What did it do?
I-
Did it kick you guys out?
I
Uh,
left.
Yes.
Oh, so you're still there.
mhm.
So the meeting is
No,
still
I'm
going,
not.
and I can go back into it. Yeah, you're still here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it
Okay,
doesn't-
when I got out, it asked me, it's talking about raising money for the development. So that's where they're wanting their money is at the end, just be a part of the development phase.
I got you. What happens when I go backstage? Do you guys stay in the lounge?
I don't know. I left your meeting.
And
Yes.
can you still bounce around tables if I'm not
Yeah.
there?
When you were
can't.
back there, when you were backstage earlier, I was.
Okay.
It says,
it'll let me back in.
welcome to backstage.
Huh.
It says you're at the backstage.
Okay.
Welcome.
So it looks like, I mean, it looks to me like once the event is over, I just leave. And then
we
you
can
guys
still
stay
talk.
until you leave. I mean, it doesn't actually cut it off.
Yeah, because I'm still in. I got back. I went out and came back in, and y'all are still chatting. So
Yeah.
that's wonderful.
Can you
All
just
right, I'm
drag
leaving.
my face somewhere? Oh, no, you can't.
I left again. And then can I it doesn't let me end the session, I don't think. What if I just do that?
Can anybody else see the conference room, or you can only see the table that you're at?
I can see the conference room.
I can see the conference room.
Yes,
Oh, I
your
see. All right. So once I close out and I go back to my dashboard on AIRMEET, there's a big red button that says End AIRMEET.
Oh,
Oh,
And it's if I click that ends it, and that'll probably kick everybody out.
oh,
Did that kick you out?
I'm still in.
nope,
You're
still
still
in.
there.
uh-oh. It's like Facebook groups.
Yeah, Facebook groups.
Hello.
We couldn't figure out how to get out of that thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not bad.
It's gotta be an ending.
Yeah, well, I ended it. It's ended. It says finished. Your AIRMEET is closed. But I guess
Tell Jackie and I, we're still sitting chatting at the table.
But
And
I
I'm
guess it's like
nobody.
it's kind of like a networking event though, right? Like just because the event's over, if there's a couple people still sitting and chatting,
Exactly.
they can still sit and chat. So if I split and it's over, then you can still sit and chat as long as you want to until you're ready to go. But
Yeah, how
basically,
many times have you been on how many times have you been on a Zoom where you go, hey, Celia, can you call me right after we get out of this Zoom? So
yeah.
here we can sit and
So
chat.
you could chat and talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, so since I finished it, what if I go to event? I probably can't rejoin it since I finished it, I imagine. Yeah,
No?
it's finished. So if you're in there, you're in there. But once you leave, you can't go back in.
Okay, I'm going to leave and try to come back in. Oh, nope, it says finished, so I can't
Yeah.
go back in.
And has finished.
Yeah.
That's
that's
what I'm
finished.
seeing.
Yep.
So we should all leave. Except
Now I
found
wonder.
out at my table.
Now the next
Still
thing I
waiting for-
wonder is it said when I was doing my actual session or whatever it was called, it said it was recording it. I wonder
Oh,
where
so
I wonder
yeah.
where the
Record.
recording goes. Sessions. Welcome session. No.
There's videos.
Yeah, I clicked on videos and there was nothing in there. Visit here will be accessible
Pre-recorded.
during. That's videos that you can actually upload and
Right,
play
right.
during your session.
Post details.
Video library.
You can play on-screen videos as the speaker. How
Yeah.
cool is that?
Yeah. Video library. Yeah, you can actually upload videos, upload sponsor videos, instruction videos, any video content for easy access during live sessions of your events.
It makes me want to have a conference.
I know. I'm like thinking the same thing, Tammy. I'm like, let's have a conference.
Team AIRMEETs. So this is the one we did, view details. So it's not giving me, I don't see anywhere where it has my,
Did it save it to your computer?
maybe. No, it would have been right there in downloads.
Did you look at sessions?
It might take a
Eric.
minute.
Go to
It might
Yeah,
take a
and
minute.
maybe I got to close it out. Yeah, this is if I do sessions, there's nothing there.
No.
And that's just my dashboard there. Host details. That's me. Speakers, access rules.
Maybe type it in the search bar and see what it says.
Search bar. Where'd you see search bar?
On the bottom. Oh wait, that's your computer. Never mind.
Yeah. Registrants. Huh. It said it was recording.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'll bet it's just reformulating or whatever. And
Yeah,
leaving it
maybe.
that way.
Yeah, because the Zoom ones take forever.
Yeah,
Huh.
they really do.
All right. Well, that's interesting. Well, that was cool. I think that was fun. Thank you, Celia, for the great recommendation.
My pleasure.
I think Keith says the social butterflies flying around all the tables. Yeah.
He's referring to me.
Yeah. Oh, well, that was fun. That was way cool. Very cool. I got to figure out how I want to use that, or where and when I'll use that. But I think there's a ton of different cool ways that you can leverage that. The only thing I'm just not sure is not being able to see and talk to everybody's faces like this. Like, what we got, 10 of us in here right now? So if we had 10 of us in here, we could only put 8 at one table. And we can't have that dialogue. So we have to figure that out. I think for environments like this, for game changers, I think Zoom will be better. But for like a master class, when I'm doing like an in-depth training or something like that, where I'm gonna have a larger group and it's less chat and more teach, it could be really cool. And it'd be really cool to, like, I may change the way I teach master classes now. So instead of going like 90 minutes straight of content, doing like 30 minutes of like segment 1, and then do a breakout session, and you work and apply and interact together, and then I come back for another 30 minutes. That'd be bomb, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Give you like 15 minutes of interactions and doing some work, and then maybe we come back to the master class and then I answer some questions, then I go back in or something. Or maybe I bounce around the tables during the interactive period and answer questions.
I'm thinking about like the vision board party that you did. I think that would be awesome to do.
Way
something like
fun. Yeah, way
Yeah.
fun. Absolutely. Tammy?
You know what I was thinking is the part that I loved the most about the retreat is that you did the intensive training, which we get every single week. But the difference was we had the breakout session where either by ourselves or with a friend, we were forced to put it into action.
Yeah.
And yeah, Rosetta was my partner several times, and I know
Yeah.
that was very, very hard. So that would really help. You know, I just bought a course. I'm not one to buy courses, but I saw this speaker. She really made an impact on me, and I bought her course. And she said, it's only going to be about 2.5 hours. And I'm like, wait, what? That was a lot of money for 2.5 hours. Guys, I'm 8 hours deep in it, and I'm not done yet. But the thing is, it's forcing you to do what I call the personal work.
Yeah.
And I think the way that you're planning it, Justin, that would be excellent, because if you slowed us down long enough to said, no, Rosetta, I'm serious, put it on paper.
Yeah. I mean, it's very exciting. I've actually already I had my plans for my October masterclass. I'm going to probably redo it. I'm going to redesign that a bit, because I think it'd be really cool to do a block of training and then implementation dialogue and then back to training. Jackie?
Yes, I was at a Zoom meeting the other day, and they had breakout sessions where they put us in different groups.
Yeah.
And we could only interact with the persons in our group.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Very cool. Okay. Well, that's AIRMEET. I'm super excited about that. Let me give you guys just some time. We'll shift right into open office. Maggie's here, and I don't know how long Maggie is here. So I'd just like to say a word of prayer over Maggie and Kevin, because Maggie, we're glad you're here, buddy. And Maggie, can I hear you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. And I'm starting my granddaughter with online school. I'm home from the hospital long enough to get a shower and get Kevin some clothes and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, prayer is very much welcomed.
Can you just give us a brief just of what's happening with Kevin?
Yeah, so we went for our getaway, and Friday night we had a great time in prayer, took prayer requests. We prayed for about, I don't know, 50 people, and we were exhausted, went to bed. He was up and down all night, and he wasn't like feeling bad, but he just couldn't sleep. And at 7 o'clock, this is kind of weird, we both woke up I think there's some witchcraft going on, to be honest, because we both woke up at the exact same time Saturday morning. We looked at each other and we said, I just had a dream I need to tell you, literally. And his dream was there was a werewolf at the cabin on a trail, and the guy looked normal. It was the neighbor, and he started to morph into a werewolf. I literally had a dream that I was in the Orlando airport, and my plane was delayed, and this woman that Tammy knows who she is, Tina Joy Carroll, called me, said, go use my spa points. I came out of the spa, and security took me and another very odd looking fellow away. And they told us that there was a very dangerous woman that had the manifesto of the plane. Everyone was on the plane safely except for us, and that we needed to get to the gate. She did not know what we looked like, but she knew our names, and not to draw any attention to ourselves. So I'm with this guy, and he is like massive anxiety. And we walk out and we see this woman in the balcony, and she looked demonic, and she had like bright, crazy red hair, and you could just tell she was manifesting. And whenever I just kept walking straight, and he stops and he goes, look, it's her, and points to her and draws attention to us. And I'm like, why did you do that? And so I took off running for the gate and woke up. So both of us, I thought that was odd that we both were dreaming at the same time that someone, something weird was happening. Anyway, he went to get out of bed. And when he did, he just like the room flipped over, almost like a vertigo, for those of you that have experienced vertigo, almost like a vertigo episode. So I, got him to lay back down. We did some positional stuff with his neck, tried to, bring him back in. Long story short, he was nauseated and not feeling right. He was clammy, and he was perfectly fine like 3 hours ago, because he was up and down all night, and felt fine. So this went on. He was incapacitated all day long, had a wet rag on his head, was monitoring, praying for him until about 4 p.m. He got feeling better. He was able to eat some dinner. We had a 15-song worship list, and we worshiped for about 2 hours, went back into prayer, had a really, good intensive night, got up yesterday morning, and he wasn't feeling right. And I said, you know what? We're going to get you checked out. So we left the cabin. We drove to Murfreesboro, it's about an hour and a half away, got there, and we were in the emergency room waiting till 6:30 that night.
Whoa.
There was so many people there, it was insane. So they finally got us back to the thing. His heart rate has not gone above 48. And so they do not know what's causing it. He can't get any rest because it keeps dropping below 40. And every time it does, the buzzers go off, and you don't rest in the hospital. So y'all please pray. They thought that maybe he had some sort of like mini stroke type thing. So they did a CAT scan last night. They're going to do an MRI, and it was fine. They're going to do an MRI this morning. They're also going to do an ultrasound of his heart, because it is such a low heartbeat for, I mean, he's not a triathlon and has not trained his heart to be this low. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So anyway, I'm still in recovery mode. So a lot's going on. We're starting our granddaughter on online school. That's why I was kind of in and out of the meeting. She couldn't get logged into her class. And I'm like, help me, Jesus. So yes, we received prayer.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that update, Maggie. We'll pray for you at the end of the call once we get through open office, but just wanted to get an update so we knew what was happening.
Okay.
And appreciate you hanging with us this morning.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. So just real quick, I got a couple of questions last week, a couple of funny questions, a couple of people that have never really used open office before and wasn't really sure how exactly it went. And they're like, I kind of wanted to say something, but I didn't know if it was okay to say something. And then all of a sudden the open office was over. And so open office is really just this. It's not formal. It's just a time where basically, my design and my thought around open office was I just wanted to make myself available for anybody who just had a quick question or wanted to bounce something off me, or just wanted to hang out and just be with the group and just share ideas or thoughts they have. And the cool thing about open office is you're not just talking to me, you're talking to everybody, which is what makes the time so valuable. Because if you have a thought or an idea or something that you're trying to get feedback on, you can bring it up to me, but then we can all have discussion around it. So Open office is literally that. So basically when we get through game changers in the morning, I'll be like, all right, guys, we're going to shift into open office. The floor is open. Anybody who has anything that you want to ask, bring up, discuss, talk about, the chime in, you can throw your hand up and go. So we'll let Jackie go first. Go ahead, buddy.
Yes. Good morning again, all. On Shopify, you know, on the online sales sites, when you're setting them up, you have to choose a shipping rate method, whether it's a flat rate, linked to volume or weight, or linked to the price of the goods. How do you select an option? What guides you?
That's a great question. There's a lot that goes into that. A couple things that I think about and look at is, for one, is what is the target sales area that you expect people to be buying from? So like if it's for me, if I'm selling my stuff and I'm doing videos all over the world, I might be having people buying stuff and trying to ship it to anywhere in the world. So I got to be cognizant of that. Or maybe if you're creating a store to target people locally and your stuff is only going to be in a certain geographic area, then that affects the shipping rates. It also depends on what you're selling. So if all you're selling is t-shirts and all your t-shirts have a pretty flat rate to them, then, if you're doing a general geographic area and you're only selling t-shirts, then I would figure out what the cost is to send it to your farthest destination and just set a flat rate. Maybe it's $3 or $5 or whatever. But if you're going to have varying products with varying weights that could go to varying different areas, then you want to set that up. Now, when I set my store up originally through Shopify, I had everything from coffee mugs to t-shirts to hoodies and all those are different weights. So I let Shopify handle the shipping. So basically all I did was set the cost and profit margin for my product. And then when people check out, they have to choose where they live. And then the shipping is calculated based upon the weight of the product and where they live. And so Shopify just calculated that shipping for me. And I never collected shipping and didn't deal with the shipping. But that's in a drop ship type of environment where you're not the one actually physically shipping the product, that company is. Now, with you, Jacqueline, with what you're doing with your store, are you going to be shipping it, or are you going to have vendors that are going to be shipping it?
Well, for the Shopify one, I would be shipping it from Jamaica. For the Teespring, it would be from the Teespring.
Right, and Teespring handles the shipping piece, so you're not going to have to worry about the Teespring piece of it. But the stuff that you're shipping from Jamaica, do you think it's going to stay within the geographic region of Jamaica?
No, it's mainly for overseas, like the USA, Canada, and UK.
Okay. So then I would probably, when you set that up in Shopify, then I can't remember, I haven't been in there in a while to look at it, but I know there's a way where you can set your shipping settings so that Shopify calculates the weight of the product and the destination that they're purchasing from, and then they calculate the shipping from there, and you don't have to worry about it. And that's what I would recommend if that's possible.
Okay. Yes, that's possible on Shopify.
Okay. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome. Who else? Who's got a question? Really? Nobody? Keith, go, buddy.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
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 Good morning.
I have two questions, if you don't mind.
No, I love it.
I'm writing a book. Got some stuff done on it this weekend called Honoring Dad. You guys brought my attention about when I thought about separating deceased dads with living dads, is to bring them together. So I'm doing that. What ideas you may have to actually get stories from people? I want stories that of your life is really reflected around things you learned from your dad, those kind of things, to where it just really means something to you. As to be an adult today is because of the things your dad was involved in, because Dads for Life is always encouraging dads to actually be involved with their kids, doing things that is going to be lifelong, like teaching you things like that you've never thought about before until your dad taught you, those kind of things, or spiritual things, whatever it is. So I'm trying to get these stories. I've got a few stories. And I was telling Justin in an email recently that possibly it'll go into 2 books at some point if I get enough stories. But I just want like, 1 to 2 page stories on dads that are very, very impactful, because I want a dad to read this and say, you know what, I just really need to be involved. Reading, Justin's dad's story or whatever has really inspired me. So any ideas on getting those stories? That's my question.
So if I was sitting in your chair, Keith, I would go about it 2 different ways, man. The first thing I would do is I'd be thinking of people in my sphere of influence that I could just reach out to and ask. And people that you may know have either had a great father or may want to share something, even about a grandfather possibly. So I would start just by texting a few key people. I think every story you're going to get is going to need a personal invitation for that story. I think it's gonna an invite from you. Like I wouldn't be thinking about it, but then if you sent me a message, you'd be like, Justin, I know you have a great relationship with your dad. Would you be interested in writing a brief story for my book to honor your dad? I'd be like, heck yeah, I would, absolutely. So I think a personal invite would get you some traction. And then another thing that you can do is, I know you did a Facebook post a while back earlier this summer, or maybe even in the spring, when you did something about what did you learn from your dad or something like that. That one post, that thing, you got a ton of traction on that. So you might regurgitate that post again, because it's been a long time since you did that. You might try posting that post again and just and see what kind of interaction you get on it. Bless you, Maggie. You might see what kind of interaction you get on it. And then once you get people sharing some stories about things that they learned from their dad, so Celia posts, maybe you say, what's one thing you learned from your dad? And Celia goes and gives you a nice short little snippet about something from her dad. Then you could thank her in the comments, but then message Celia privately and be like, Celia, thank you so much. I'm actually writing a book about honoring dads, and I wonder if you might be interested in sharing with me a more detailed story so I could include your story of your dad in that book. Is that something that you'd be interested in? And then if Celia says, yeah, awesome. If she says, no, I'd rather not, then that's fine. But doing a bait post like that would give you a lot of people that you may not necessarily know that you could then reach out to, because they gave you a little bit of substance to start with. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. Actually, Celia and Maddie's already agreed. So thank you.
Perfect. I love it. Perfect.
But they also, somebody said, that post was crazy.
It was. You got a ton of stuff on that.
But somebody suggested I take those and actually make that a little book, called Lessons I Learned from Dad. And
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Small pocket books. Okay.
Yep. And honestly, I mean, you could even just go back to that post, and everybody that gave you great feedback on that thing, you could message them privately, and you can say, earlier this year you gave me, and maybe you snapshot their story or something. You gave me the story. Would you mind if I include this story in a book that I'm writing called Lessons I Learned from Dad? And then be like, yeah, sure, absolutely. And then additionally, I'm writing a second book called Honoring Dads. I wonder if you might be interested in giving me a more detailed story about things that you learned from your father. Is that something you'd be interested in? So you could approach it that way as well.
Actually, even father figures,
Mm-hmm.
that possibly that when dads weren't there or something, somebody stood up. So okay,
Mm-hmm.
just thank you guys. And if any of you want to submit a story, please reach out to me. All right. So I have come across, I'm an auctioneer, used to have a big thrift store and all this. So we have a lot of stuff that I want to actually sell for the ministry. So other than eBay, other than Marketplace, are there any other avenues that possibly I could like throw out ads or things that we're selling?
I would do Marketplace. But Celia, go ahead.
So there is an organization, Keith. It's called Caring Transitions. It's under C like Celia, T like Tom, bids, BIDS.com. They do, that's actually what we're going to do with my father's house. But they do, like, I just noticed they had an auction and it was raising money for the city of Baltimore for some organization. So they even do things on there where you photograph it, you put it on their site, and they run this like auction, because it's a bidding thing, for, and you can say proceeds go to wherever they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
And then people that they have I guess they're franchises all over the United States. So it would be one in your area or close to your area, because they'd be able to, they have like a pickup date and stuff like that. But it may be someone you want to check out, and they'll do the whole thing. You know, you upload the pictures, or they come and photograph and do all the work.
That's cool.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah. Aside from that, Keith, anytime I ever sell anything, I do it on Marketplace. And I've sold on Craigslist, eBay, you
Yeah,
name it. Marketplace it's just where everybody's at, man. I think it's easy. Everybody's on Facebook, and they're automatically just going there to see stuff. So, and you can actually post stuff on Marketplace, and then you can actually pay to advertise it to get it to show up and other things if you wanted to go that route. But I think Marketplace is the most effective of any other platform.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. Anybody else? Questions?
So I have a question.
Go ahead, Celia.
So I'm relaunching my book under its new title, as we know, Raising Happy Toddlers.
Yes.
It'll officially go on Amazon 10/20/20. I want to do some like live broadcasts promoting the launch. So what do you recommend is good for broadcast promoting the launch of a book? Like, should I just do general broadcasts talking about toddlers, or is there something I should focus on? Like, what do you recommend? Because you know how I think of this launch stuff.
Yeah. You've got.
Although I'm posting every day in Pumped Up Parenting. I don't know if you've seen them, but it's like a tip of the day. And in the beginning of my book, I go through like 25 things that you need to remember about a life with a toddler.
You want to get as many. First, you got to make it an event. It's got to be exciting. It's got to be something that you're not normally doing. So even if you're going to do it live, it's got to be like a live like nobody's ever seen before. I would do it full-fledged Celia style. You should probably be having like balloons and streamers in your room and goofy glasses on, and you should just really just I think when I did my app launch, I had like strobe lights going in the room and everything, right? It's got to be something that's like, whoa, what's going on in there? It's got to capture some attention. Tammy?
That's what I was thinking is, Celia, you want the parents to see your personality, and if they connect with you, and if you get crazy like a kid, then of course you're going to be able to tap into your, inner child. Yeah, I'm totally with you, Justin. Balloons and
honestly,
cake
what would be so funny? You know what I would do if I was in your chair?
What?
I would get as many happy toddlers as I could gather and get them in your room.
Yep.
And I would have
COVID.
Oh, we got COVID. Freaking COVID.
I mean, I could get like a Zoom thing. I could do a Zoom thing of.
What about some grandkids?
What about can you get your grandkids?
I can't get my grandkids. I mean, if they can all come,
but that would be
definitely do something with Harper.
That would be so. I mean, if I'm watching Celia and you could have balloons and you could have them with little fun streamers and stuff like that. And so the whole time you're promoting your book, there's kids all in your room and they're live with you. You never know what's going to happen with kids, especially toddlers. They're up on your lap and they're talking to the camera. That alone would get viewers just because what the heck is going on in Celia's room. So.
They could have a mask on, Celia.
What?
They could all have a mask on too.
Yeah.
Good. We could dress up.
Yeah, but if you could find a way to pull that off in some way, I think that would do a lot to the broadcast.
I host a coffee chat every single Monday morning, and the one where we were talking about pet products and everybody brought their pet in there, that is our most watched coffee chat ever. And that one of the reasons is one of the ladies has a dog that's about half the size of a horse, not even kidding, and he thinks he's a lap dog. And every time he would hop on her lap, the phone would fall over, and people were just riveted to that dog and didn't care about what anybody else said. But the fact of the matter is, with all of those pets, with all the movement on all the little Hollywood squares, it was our most watched coffee chat ever. So
yeah,
that's a good idea.
Yeah. And then another thing I've done before too, Celia, is you could do a giveaway. You could have something where you're going to maybe you give away a Peaceful Parenting Academy or something like that. You have something, or a membership to your group. You can do giveaways, but then you can do, basically you have to be live to be eligible for the giveaway. And you can, it's just got to be just super fun, super energetic, and then lead everybody to your book.
Okay,
Does that get your wheels turning?
got my wheels turning. Thank you.
Okay. Yep. Keith, you got to unmute yourself, buddy. At least your mic's working. Your mic's been consistently working lately, which is a plus.
Anyway, Celia, so maybe even a couple of special invites that you line up ahead of time where we could come in and because we know you, and we know your stuff, we know your quality, and promotions as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And clients that you've helped. It'd be super awesome if you could bring in, you'd be like, let me bring in one of my clients that had a huge breakthrough with one of her toddlers recently. And then you bring that person on screen and you talk to them a little bit. That's super effective. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yep.
I like it. So should I do that with Restream if I'm going to bring people on? Because that's how I usually do it.
I would do one platform. I would do whatever that platform. Probably Facebook, honestly, because Facebook, I think you'll get the most traction from that on Facebook. But I think I would do a single platform, so all of your energy, all of your people are in one place as much as possible, and then you can share it out to different places if you want to. But you want to have one live with as many people in it as possible. And then if you do Facebook, if people can join your Facebook stream, then you can bring people in. But I've never done that before because I always do through OBS and whatnot. Does anybody have experience with doing a live through like a mobile device and bringing someone on camera? Has anybody ever done that?
I've done it.
It's not a good quality.
It's not good quality.
Like on Restream now, you can bring in multiple people.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you could do it that way. Yeah. I mean, you could still do it through
and
Restream.
just send it
I would just send it to Facebook or your Pumped Up Parenting group. I don't know.
Or maybe my main page.
Maybe your main page, yeah. How many people you got in Pumped Up Parenting now?
950, I think.
And they're pretty engaged too.
Yeah. That close to 1,000.
Yeah. Huh. You might do 2 separate broadcasts. You might do one, you maybe do a special one for your group because it's your group, and then you do another one that's more of a public one, and do them like back to back. So maybe you start out on your public page, and then you have like a VIP after party in the group, and you do something cool there just for them or something. Boy,
the public realizes they're missing out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Use it to grow your group too. Be like, we're going into an after party in our group. If you're not in there, go request it right now. And that can do that and get people wanting to go there. But if you got kids and all the stuff, I would try to leverage the heck out of that while you got that environment.
That's brilliant.
Yep.
Okay. Good idea.
Yep. All right. Nigel, I saw your hand go up, girl. How can we help you this morning?
Prayer that I can retain the knowledge and information I need to have. I've got finals at school this week for the muscles and bones of the pelvis, the legs, and the feet. And then the 15th is the last day of school.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got to apply for taking the test, the state test, and to get my license. So I got to pass that test too. That's a 2-hour test.
So the 15th is in 3 days, the 15th?
Yes.
Okay. So you're on the home stretch.
Yes. Almost there.
Good job. And you're hanging in there.
I'm hanging in there.
And you're doing better. You're doing better than you thought you were gonna, huh?
Well, I know that I know more than I did before I started.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know that I have still have another journey ahead of me because I still have to set up for business, whether I'm going to in business solely or whether I work somewhere and go in business both.
Okay.
Because I may be able to still to get a partial scholarship from Massage Envy, and if they grant me that, then that means I work for them for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
if they don't grant me that, then I got to start scrambling to create income.
Mm-hmm. You're going to
But
be good. The Lord's gotten you taken care of. There's nothing that you've gone through that's a surprise to him, and nothing coming forward is a surprise to him. You're set up, buddy.
thank you.
And it's so funny that it was just about a year ago that the Lord gave you that idea to pursue that. And we're like, it's going to be fun to see where you're at a year from now. And here you are wrapping it up. It's pretty awesome. Huge undertaking. Like you went back to college this year, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been a challenge. It's grounded me.
Mhm.
I've never been so committed to something.
Mhm.
I've not. I say I've been saying that I've lost my freedom, but I don't want to say that anymore. I want to say that I'm getting new freedom.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Great way to look at it. Super proud of you, buddy. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Keith, I see you have another question, buddy. Go ahead.
Just real quick, I did a video Friday night. I wasn't doing many videos like regularly, but I decided I'd go do that. And when I did that,
See you, Jamie.
huh? You hear me?
Oh, no, I
Okay?
said Jackie's got to go.
Yeah.
See you, Jackie. Thank you.
I hit the Restream, and I'm not getting any views hardly on Facebook at all. So should I just turn that off maybe when I go to that Restream? Because I know that you said you're doing more on YouTube and that kind of thing, and just go YouTube only, or the Dads for Life page possibly, because that's where I'm really getting all my content going to.
It's really a trial and error thing right now. Even the way I'm coming back now with a new content plan, and I'm going to be on YouTube only. I really don't know what to expect with that. I'm just gonna try it. I do know that the engagement on Facebook is dropping significantly, and I think it's going to stay low for a while through elections and through whatever happens over the next few months. I think people are just sick of Facebook. People are still on Facebook. But I think when I shared with you guys last week when we did Game Changers and I talked about resetting your algorithm, I've certain types of posts I'm getting mad traction on. Like the post I shared yesterday about, while our country's in the middle of a fist fight, these are the things that I'm going to focus on doing, just being a good person and being kind and showing my kid what it looks like to share love in this world, right? That post is just blowing up still. It's 2 days later and it's still just getting a ton of stuff. But if I go do a live video on Facebook, it'll be crickets. And so it's like, it's like the type of content that you have to be more strategic with Facebook than ever right now. So, do you do your videos on YouTube? Do you do them on your business page? If it was me, I mean, obviously this is what I'm doing. I'm working on trying to get traction to YouTube. And I think the reason why I'm trying to get traction to YouTube is because it's different than what people have seen before, and people like different. And so if people are like, well, I really like good content and I'd be interested in following Keith, and I don't really want to sit and watch a Facebook business page or whatever, it might be worth just trying to get that content on YouTube. And the cool thing about YouTube is whatever content you're creating, you're not solely relying on people just sitting there swiping your phones and coming across it. You can choose your topics strategically using a TubeBuddy and figuring out the type of stuff that people are actually searching for. And you can get views and visibility from people on YouTube that are just looking for that type of content. So that's what I'm leveraging. Thank you. I'll see you later, buddy. That's why I'm going to YouTube. I'm going there to get my audience in one place, because I've been split across multiple platforms for so long. I want to bring everybody together and have people a consistent place where they can be together. But then I'm also really just wanting to leverage the YouTube process.
Okay. I spent about $13 just out of our advertising dollars for Facebook, and I've already hit almost 10,000 people. However, only 454 of them actually watched the whole thing. So
yeah,
it's a hit or miss, but I'm gonna keep on working at it.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it really, honestly, everything with social media marketing right now is trial and error. It really it is. It's just there's just so many variables and so many things that have happened this year that have just we've never experienced this before. So we're dealing with humans. Humans are fickle creatures. So we're trying to figure out what's going to make them want to watch that, what's going to make them want to engage with that, what's going to make them want to download that or take a step towards that. So everything that we're advertising, selling, teaching, it's really trial and error. Black Friday is going to be trial and error this year. It's going to be a different season than anybody's ever experienced. But also, if you look at like the major retailers are doing the same thing. I'm seeing probably daily articles and stuff about Walmart has completely changed their Black Friday plan and their strategy based upon the consumer behavior for this year. Amazon's going Amazon went heavy on Amazon Day to try to get all those sales prior to all these other retailers going all on Black Friday. I've seen Target, I've seen some of the other big ones are trying to get all their Black Friday sales out by November 1st because they feel like if they get too deep into the month, they're going to lose the window. So everybody's trying to figure out what do we do differently with consumers this year because consumers are just different. And the focus is heavily on elections, heavily on COVID, heavy on all that stuff. So we're trying to just capture that little bit of their attention. So don't get defeated by low numbers. It's a season. I would just pick your strategy, choose your platform, and whatever you choose to do, be consistent with it.
Thank you.
Yep. Anybody else?
I have a question.
Yes, Jamie, go ahead.
Okay, so I am done with my 10-day mom challenge. All the videos are done. Everything is edited.
Good.
But I'm wanting to do like a workbook to go along with it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out like how to do that and make it engaging and not like overwhelming or boring. And I've started doing some things. I've got like 4 pages done, but I'm just trying to figure out if
when I've done workbooks, and I've made some for others as well, usually what I try to do is, and I pulled this just from feedback that I actually got from people that listen to my teaching, is I try to write the workbook to be something that's just like basically a guide that they have in front of them while they're watching the videos. And really it's meant to save them time and make the process as easy as possible. So if instead of teaching a video and be like, all right, you want to answer these 5 questions for yourself and do this and do this, do this. And then they're having a notepad and they're sitting having to keep track of everything that I'm selling. If I can give them a workbook that has those questions laid out and the instructions laid out, and they're like, all right, I watched this video. Perfect. Now I can go do this. If you can have a workbook that just acts as a support and a guide to whatever your videos are doing and just makes that process as easy as possible and gives them their best chance of being successful, I think that makes for a great workbook. I don't try to, in a workbook, I don't try to give them more content in the book than what they're getting in the video. I just try to give them supporting resources in the book to support what they're learning in the video, if that makes sense.
It does. And every video I have, I do an action step at the end, and then I do like the pray the word is what I call it.
Yeah.
And those I'm putting on the worksheet, but I didn't know if I should do like, I don't know, like quotes or like, I don't know, like something.
Yeah, I mean, I think anything that adds value. I think, if you share a scripture, I'd put the scripture in the workbook so they can reference that. When you give them instructions at the end of the video, you could have those instructions typed out as a reminder. I give them usually in a workbook, I give them a lot of lines so they can take notes, write notes and stuff. If there's key points or key thoughts, you could have a little box or something in the corner, like a key thought of the day or whatever. Yeah, I just think just giving them some sort of a guide to help them capture what they're learning is good. And I think most people like it. So if you go into this challenge, then you're like, and if you have these little pages that line up with every video and be like, start off the challenge, print out this workbook. You're going to love having this in front of you as you go through this challenge. It's really going to help you out. I think it'd be awesome. And it doesn't have to be super complicated. Just something just makes it easy to go through the process. Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
I love it. Anybody else? Y'all are good? All right. Let's say a word of prayer over Maggie. Will we all join with me? And the Bible says where 2 or 3 are gathered, he is here with us. I believe he's here with us, even though we're all behind screens. And Maggie, can you hear me? I want to make sure you're with us if we're praying for you.
Yes, I
Maggie?
can hear you.
All right, buddy. We're going to pray for you,
Yes, I
and we're
can
going to
hear
pray
you.
for Kevin. Lord, I just want to just come to you and just lift up Maggie and Kevin. This is an amazing couple that just does so much for the kingdom and does so much for the people that they are able to touch and minister to on a daily basis. Lord, they've been attacked in a variety of different ways, and you know exactly what they're dealing with their health, with their finances, with their business, with their ministries, with their relationships, with all the people that they have in their life. It just feels like they're getting hit one punch after another. Lord, I ask that you just lift them up and give them, first of all, supernatural strength and resolve and resilience to know that they are winning the wars that you have set them to go out and fight, Lord, that they're breaking down walls in people's lives, that they're bringing restoration to people that need it, that they're bringing wholeness and healing to the people that need it. And they're making such an impact in so many different people's lives, Lord, but they need the fuel source to keep on fighting. Lord, I just want to lift up Kevin. And I just want to bind up any attack of the enemy, that no attack on Kevin or his health or his heart is going to prosper. Lord, I want to bind up and cast out Satan and any plan that he has for Kevin, and just cast that out as far as the east is from the west. Lord, I just want to pray a supernatural healing over the cells in his body, over his heart, over his mind, over his muscles, over all of his systems, Lord, just everything that's going on with him. I just want to pray for a supernatural turnaround, something where the doctors are just blown away. They can't even put science to it, because he's just recovers so supernaturally. And I just want to ask you just to end this, Lord, and put a shield of protection around Kevin and Maggie as they recover, as they heal, and as they get back into doing what you have called them to do. Lord, I want to pray over Maggie and all the things that she has going on with her health as well. Lord, again, just ask that you help her bring her entire system, body, cells, and just overall system into alignment. I just want to pray for supernatural healing for her, strength for her, grace for her and Kevin both as they navigate through this. Lord, give them wisdom to know what steps to take. Give them wisdom to know what medicines they need to take or not take, and to know how to just to make good, educated decisions on what's going to be best for them moving forward. Lord, ask that you give them also the ability, especially Maggie, the ability to accomplish enormous amounts of work in short amount of time. Lord, give her focus, give her strength, give her clarity of mind, so when she does actually have time to work on the things she wants to work on, that she's able to produce quickly and rest and get the downtime that she needs as she's working through all of this, Lord. Anybody else got a word for these two that you want to pray over them? And Maggie, if you got something on your mind that you want to declare, we'll agree with you as well.
Well, Father, I just come in agreement with the prayers that our brother has prayed over us this morning, Lord, that no weapons formed against us prosper. And we trust you, God, and we're standing, and we decree and declare over our lives health, wisdom, and rest in Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name.
You know, Justin, we literally, before we went up to the cabin to just really seek the Lord on some clarity with some things, and this is part of the reason that we probably need to reschedule our meeting in the morning, is because I don't want to waste your time whenever I am over here waiting to hear from the Lord on what's going on. I do need some bouncing off time though.
Sure.
You know, some clarity stuff. So maybe we should meet. But as far as the keys for the website, they're not completed.
No worries, girl. No worries. Listen, I want you to focus on you and Kevin. Take some time to just jot down your ideas, and then whenever you want to get together, we get together. If you want to do it tomorrow, we can do it tomorrow. I kind of feel like tomorrow might be too soon for you. I think you might need a little more time, but you just tell me whatever's best for you, and that's what we'll do, buddy.
Yeah, if we could push it off till next Tuesday would be great.
Totally fine. Just take your time.
The things that I wanted to really get I did not take my computer.
Good. I'm glad.
This never happens. Okay.
Yeah,
but I was on social media, and we felt led to spend the weekend in prayer, and we did not realize we would get so many prayer requests. So I was kind of like, what have I done? But I was fruitful, and I'm so grateful. And I'm already getting testimonies from people where God showed up. So
That's
hallelujah.
Awesome.
So, but I do, I'm a believer that I believe if you don't have open doors to the enemy, they can't penetrate,
Yep.
So before we went to the mountain, we literally sat down, we had a lunch, and we even discussed things in our marriage and our finances, different places, where we need to tighten up and make sure. And, So I'm not sure what's going on. I really do feel like this is some sort of, the enemy's stupid, I mean, I don't feel like we have anything opened up, but I have been doing, I did a broadcast with Daniel last week where we talked a lot about exposing witchcraft and things like that. And I have like got inundated with people posting on my YouTube's porn stuff, in the comments. Do you get that?
Yeah, I get that. They're actually bots. Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty common. Yeah.
Well, I've been reporting and deleting and reporting and deleting, but
that's all you can do. That's what I'm doing as well.
I just thought if anybody has, the gift of dream interpretation, and I'm thinking specifically about Rosetta. Rosetta, I know you, I love you, I know the depth of your spiritual life. If anybody picks up anything on that, please private message me, because we want to be very proactive in standing against whatever's going on. Now, I will tell you this, I do generally this time of year, we do have a lot of warfare because we deal with very messy ministry. A lot of the people that we deal with has some pretty deep junk, I mean, just call it what it is. So anyway, but I do believe no weapons formed against us will prosper. I believe that this was a warning sign, but I just thought that it was interesting how he was attacked just like that right after we both woke up with dreams at the same time. So, but I have no, the enemy has nothing on us. And, greater is he that's in us than he that's in the world. And I just, but I really am, Paul told us not to be, stupid about his devices,
Yep.
So
That's
anyway.
right. Well, we
her
love you,
mic is
buddy.
out.
And I'm
Yeah.
sorry you're going through the season, but we love you. And I believe you're going to come out better on the other side. And it's going to be just a part of your testimony.
Going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. Thank you for the prayers, guys. I appreciate you. And Rosetta, I see your message. I love you and I appreciate you.
All right. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. I'll post the recording as soon as she's up, and I will see you guys later. All right. Take care. God bless, guys. Have a beautiful day.